Welcome to the Comic on Demand show.
All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. My name is Mark Harmon, and you are watching the Comic on Demand show. This is the live drawing show where I will draw a 4-panel comic that will look something like this. This. It'll look something like this, if you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. So yeah, hopefully it looks like that. Hopefully my face is in the corner and you could see that. I don't know if you can see that because I can't see my own face, but I think you should be able to see my face. Anyway, yeah. So welcome to the Comic on Demand show. This is a Comic on Demand show first, ladies and gentlemen. The lag is like 2 minutes behind, okay? I don't even know how this works. The lag is so bad. But I'm not even kidding. I've been like looking at the stuff. I've been looking at the chat and anyway, so I have the streaming software, and then I have my phone. See, my phone is still showing. See this? My phone is still showing the car thing. That's insanity. Okay, so anyway, the lag is no joke, like 2 minutes behind. So I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. This is insane. Which means the coming soon thing is gonna be like very long. Okay, so I apologize for that. Anyway, this is the live drawing show where I will draw a 4-panel comic, and I showed you what it looked like already. But here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take your suggestions to draw this comic. Boy, I am. This is only like episode 67, and I'm already like, see, like if you throw a monkey wrench into it, I don't know how to handle it like live. I don't know how to handle monkey wrenches. Anyway, so I'm gonna take your suggestions, and I'm gonna take 2 suggestions, and I'm gonna combine them together to create this 4-panel comic. But I do have rules. Rule number 1: no copyrighted stuff like Superman, SpongeBob. So don't give me any suggestions of stuff that already exists. 2, I try to keep the show PG, so don't give me any suggestions of anything that would be over a PG rating, okay? And 3, no celebrities, sports mascots, that's kind of in like rule number 1, but not really. It's kind of like a 1.5, okay? So anyway, so you're gonna see a screen pop up that says go, or no, it's not. You are going to see a screen pop up that says like coming right back or something like that with some little dancing guys. And then at the same time when that pops up, hopefully I time it right, I'm going to put go in the chat. Okay. So when you see the word go, you give me those suggestions. And then the first 2 suggestions that I see on my end, those are the 2 that I'm going to use to create this 4-panel comic today. Okay. So, look at this. Okay, the intro just ended. Do you understand how crazy that is? I've been talking for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4, I don't even know. But maybe even 5. It might be like 5-minute lag. That is insane. Anyway, so let's try it. And this screen's going to be very, very long, and I apologize. So once you see this screen, give me your suggestion or whatever, and then go grab a snack, I guess, because this is going to be crazy. All right, so let's get those suggestions right now. This has been going on too long, and so Okay, there we go. We got our first two suggestions. All right. I was hoping that by the time I cut it off, another suggestion would pop in, and it did. And the lag is not as crazy anymore because I just I logged off Facebook on my phone and came back in, and it's not as crazy. So for whatever reason, when I just started, it was like a lag of like 2 minutes, but it's not anymore. So we should be all right. Okay. So the first suggestion is a salamander climbing a beanstalk. And the second suggestion is grasshoppers and bugs attacking each other in my garden. Oh, so look at this. We got beanstalks, we got gardens, and we got bugs and lizards. So this is going to be pretty straightforward here today, people. Okay, so boop, boop. So hopefully you can like still see my face. I guess I'll know in a second when I see it down on my end, because as you can, it's not on my end yet. So once I see it on my end, we'll see what it looks like. Okay. Salamander climbing a beanstalk and grasshoppers and bugs attacking each other in a garden. Oh, sweet. All right. You can see my face down in the... Oh, but it looks like I'm going to have to do something like... I need to keep it on this edge or something, because my face is a little big down in that corner. Okay. So I will try to keep everything on camera so you can see it. Wow, my computer really does not like my computer does not like streaming and drawing in Photoshop at the same time. Well, I'm glad the lag isn't like permanently 2 minutes. That would have been crazy. It just was for me on my it was just my phone, I guess. I need to zoom out here for a second. This is probably going to be kind of tiny on your screen, and I'm sorry. Deal with it. What does a machine gun look like? Something like that? Something. See, now since this is a garden, I need to like make plants that make sense, that are like garden plants, right? So I'm gonna try to, well, okay, so it doesn't look like it right now, but this is gonna be like a head of lettuce, and this right here is gonna be carrots. If I can just remember what they look like, it's kind of like something like this, right? Whoops, hang on. Oh, that's so laggy. Okay, I'm just drawing some ants here. They're, they'll look like ants. I mean, they look like little squiggly, I mean, they're just little circles with little squiggles, but they'll look like ants eventually. Oh, whoops. This is gonna be a little it's gonna be a little ladybug. What does a ladybug look like from the front? Let's see if I can do a little grasshopper right here. Okay, what was it? Salamander climbing a beanstalk. Okay. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Okay. There is. Oh, you know what? You know what's going to be sweet about this? Watch this. So, don't be alarmed. That just disappeared for a second because I cut it. But I pasted it right back again. Because I'm going to mess with the perspective a little bit. See, that's the beauty of digital, is I can do stuff like that. I don't have to completely redraw stuff. Okay, salamander. I think I'm just gonna wing it as to what a salamander looks like. I'm not gonna go get a reference. Whoops. See, I can't see what I'm writing. The lag is so bad. Okay. Wait. You guys can hear me, right? I created... No, yeah, that's right. You can hear me. Never mind. We're good. We're good. And you would have said something by now. Yeah? If I was silent. Okay, see this like total cop out of a battle scene? See that? It's a battle scene, but it's just bang, pow, pow, boom, pow. The battle's going on in your mind. I'm gonna make this salamander wagging its tail, even though they don't wag their tails. But you know what? It's fine. Whoops. So I don't really have anything super exciting to talk about. Other than I was we've been digging the grass out of our lawn, at least part of it. We have kind of like 3 sections of lawn, and we've been digging the lawn out in the back part of our lawn to turn it into a garden, and so just been digging. And that's it. That's the fun that I've been doing is digging. As you can see, it's super fun. But it was kind of fun because I have to like spray the ground first, get it all wet, because then it makes it easier to like cut it with the shovel and scoop it. And there was a bunch of wasps like buzzing around the corner of my studio, and so I was squirting a bunch of wasps with the hose. So anyway, that was my excitement today. Okay, well, there's the Comic on Demand. There's the sketch. Got this ant dude saying, "Here they come," and then bugs coming up over the box or something. Whatever that is. And then the salamander climbing up. And then him eating everybody. That's it. Oh, watch this. See, this is the cool part about digital, is I can go copy, paste, 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 and then I can like flip it, and I can like shrink him. Whoops, whoa. Paste. And just like that, one ant became 5. All right. I'm going to forego the mid suggestion today. So if that makes you sad, bummer. All right. Nah, I'm gonna get rid of that line. Okay, so I wouldn't like normally do this, but I'm gonna do this just because I think the only people viewing are family. So, and honestly, I don't know how many people watch these things afterwards. So I guess I'll get a little kind of like personal, spiritual here on, because I don't know what else to talk about. So about 3 years ago, the Stake Relief Society president, and for those who may watch this later and have no idea what I'm talking about, in our church, the women's organization is called the Relief Society, and the stake is kind of like, it just means a big geographical area, okay? So a woman who's kind of in charge of the other women in this big geographical area. So she like came to our ward, which is our local congregation, and she did like a little presentation during our like class time. And she talked about this friend of hers who is not a member of our church. At least I think she was. I think she wasn't like a member of our church or something. I don't remember. Maybe she was. You know what? I don't remember. But for some reason my brain's thinking she wasn't. Anyway, she was telling us about her friend, and she said that every year she would like decide on a word of the year. So almost like as if each year has a theme to it or something. And so she thought that was a cool idea. And so she did it too. And I thought it was an interesting idea when I heard that too. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm just going to go ahead and try it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to like, at the beginning of each year, I'm going to kneel down and I'm going to pray. And I'm going to ask kind of like a, you know, hey, Lord, what, if I'm going to, I think this is a cool idea of having like a word of the year, almost like having a theme for the year. Like, what should my word be? Okay, so this was 3 years ago. And so the first year, I knelt down and I prayed and I asked, you know, what's my word of the year? And the word of the year that year was patience. Like, that's the word that just like came to my mind, was patience. And the funny thing is, we had things happen that year to where we needed some patience. One of them was, I think that was the year when one of our cars got smashed and the insurance was like taking a long time or something. So we had to be patient. Okay, and then the next year, so that was 2023. My word of the year that I felt impressed was patience. And then the 2024, I did it again, January 1st. I prayed and was like, what's the word of the year? Like, what's the theme this year? And the word that popped into my mind was openness. So apparently that year I was supposed to be open. Like, but that's the thing is, like, open to what, you know? So there's kind of, it's almost like I was given a little bit of leeway or a little bit of like, you know, here's your word, but you kind of need to figure it out. And then I can't remember, maybe my wife can help me, but I guess there was some stuff, there was, I guess, some new ideas or things that popped up that year that I had never heard before. Even like ideas, even concerning my own faith and stuff. And I was like, you know what? My word of the year is openness. So maybe I need to be open to some of these ideas. And then this year, this has been the hardest year because this year I do not like the word of the year that I got. It's probably my Achilles heel. It's kind of like okay, I've given you these other words and whatever, but now it's time to actually like get your stuff together. And so the word of the year this year, when I prayed and asked, the word was discipline. That's the word that popped into my head, was discipline. And again, it's like, well, discipline for what? Discipline to do what? You know, whatever. And so I've, I guess I've been kind of, well, I didn't quite know what to make of it, you know? And of course, like an idiot, I didn't like ask any further questions. I wasn't like, discipline what? What do you mean by discipline? What should I do with this? You know, I didn't ask. So I kind of just fumbled around for the first, what month is it now? For like the first 5 months. So half the year's gone and I, you know, whatever. So I kind of decided and figured that I had become my weight. I had become the heaviest I'd ever been in my life. I got up to 194. And that was, I guess, like I'd been 193 and 192 for a while or something. But for whatever reason, 194 was close enough to 200 to kind of like freak me out. Okay, and I really, really, I don't know why, I just really don't want to hit over 200 pounds. So kind of, I was like, all right, now's the time for the word of the year to kick in. Now's the time for discipline. And so now I've been like watching what I eat and counting my calories and not just going crazy and keeping track of what I eat and being responsible for what I eat and accountable for what I eat. And so I'm just not like mindlessly eating things. And you know, it's slow going or whatever, but I'm at like 187, 186. So I've lost, you know, 5, 6, 7 pounds, something like that. But yeah, discipline's hard and I don't like it. That's my rant of basically just saying I don't like discipline. Discipline is hard. Like, but I think you do learn stuff. And I think there's like, you know, there's some spiritual knowledge to be gained by like being accountable for what you do. So it's like right now just being accountable for what I put in my body. It's like, oof, it's tough, man. But I haven't been like amazingly perfect at it either. You know what I mean? Like, discipline doesn't mean perfection. It just means intent. And sometimes your intent, sometimes your carnal desires win. Your intent could be to like do good and eat healthy, and you know what? Sometimes your body wins. And you're like, oh, today's a cheat day or whatever. Or, oh, man, it gets so kind of like tiring and almost like mentally exhausting to like keep track of what you eat and count your calories and stuff. It's kind of like, oh, every single time I eat anything, I got to keep track of it, you know? But that's what happens when you go from no discipline to like lots of discipline. If I hadn't been such a slouch from the beginning, it wouldn't be so hard. You know? I haven't like cut out candy totally. I just, you know, if I eat candy, I have to put it in my calorie counter, and candy has lots of calories, and so it's just like, oh, I had candy today, so that means I can't eat as much today. And then you go to bed hungry. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I've still done stuff. I've still, like, had a cookie or a donut or whatever. But then I still do go like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I ate that. I can't pretend that I didn't. So I put it in my calorie counter. And it gives you sort of like this, whoops. There's sort of like this circle, like this, almost like a pie chart type of thing. At least the app that I use. And I feel like I'm slouching. Ugh. And so it's like, as you put stuff in, the calorie counter goes like, it like fills up until it makes a total circle. And so it's just like, when you put high calorie foods in there, your stomach feels like you didn't eat anything, but the calorie thing's like, whoop. So you're like, well, whoops. And so like, see, counting calories, it almost kind of forces you to eat better and like eat more vegetables and stuff, because vegetables have like hardly any calories at all. So you can just hork down vegetables like it's no tomorrow. You can basically eat as many vegetables as you want. And so it's like you can get full off of all these vegetables, but the calorie counter is just like, it barely moves. So it's kind of like if you want to eat food and you want to be full, but you don't want your calorie counter to go up really fast, well, your option is vegetables. That's pretty much it. So that's what calorie counting kind of forces you to do a little bit. Or unless, if you just want to be hungry all the time, that's cool too. But I don't know who wants that. But it is kind of empowering to, like, in a way, just sort of take control of something. Just take control of something in your life that you can control and do it. I feel like I've talked about this already. Have I talked about this already? This sounds familiar. Maybe it just sounds familiar because it's a lecture I tell my kids all the time. It's just like, basically take control of your life. Like, make decisions and take control. Because there's something empowering about taking control of stuff and being responsible. It's like, sure, being more responsible is more stressful, but being responsible is also, like, more powerful. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This has been Weight Loss Tips. And it probably doesn't hurt that I probably have the type of genes that allow me to lose weight fairly quickly. I know there's some people that just don't. They could work out and work out and work out and eat less and nothing happens. So it's like, look, I'm fully aware that my genes are not fighting against me very hard like some people's do. That's something I learned I took a nutrition class in college. It was like part of one of the generals that I could take or something. And it was like, people don't realize that when you try to lose weight, in a way, like, your body doesn't want to. Like, your body doesn't want to lose weight. Like, your body actually likes having that fat store. it's like, yeah, baby, we have a fat store. So if anything happens, we have reserves, and your body likes it. So it's like, when you start to try to lose weight, your body's going to fight you because it doesn't want to lose those fat stores. Anyway, this is by no means any kind of scientific stuff. I'm just telling you what I learned in my class. And that was also like 20 years ago or something, so hopefully I remembered correctly. What I'm saying is I'm not a doctor, so, you know. So just be aware if you're ever like trying to lose weight that it could be hard because your body is fighting you. Like your genes and your body could be against you. So it's like if you are one of those people that can lose weight easily, don't tell other people, well, I did it, so you can do it. You know, like, not necessarily. That's not, losing weight's not one of those, if I can do it, you can do it too. Like, no, not really. It might be true to some extent, but it'd be like a really tall person being like, if I can reach the top shelf, you can too. And you're over here like 4'10". Shots fired at my mom. I haven't made a my mom short joke in a while, you know? I had to put it in there. Even though Greg's not here to appreciate it. What does a head of lettuce look like? Something like that. Sure, sounds good. See, I'm trying to be quick about this, but like, if this was an illustration for like a client, like these sloppy lines right there, I would not allow those sloppy lines. But since it's just a drawing show, I'm trying to be quick. It's like, I do kind of draw different when I'm doing this than when I don't really draw the same when I'm drawing for clients versus when I'm drawing for this show. Like, I try to draw quickly, whereas when I'm doing work for clients, I draw slower and more methodical. Lots more erasing and lots more editing. But here I let things go and I make things more sloppy. See, like that. Okay, yeah, actually, you know what? That was bad. I can't let that one. That one was And sometimes my lines are getting janky because my hand is kind of sweaty on the tablet. So it's like as I go to make this as I was going to make this line, my arm was like sweaty and getting like it was getting like stuck. My arm was getting stuck to the tablet. I know you wanted to hear that about my sweaty hands. Okay. Okay, so I think in the first panel I drew an ant with like an army helmet. But I decided to not. Oh, ants have antennas, huh? I don't think I drew any kind of antenna on the first dude in the first panel. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Make this one a little bigger because he's in the foreground a little more. And then flip this dude, or boop, flip, and shrink. And paste. I love copy and paste so much. So I think really good artists, well, I was just about to call myself a really good artist, but really good artist will, I'm not saying I'm not, it's just sort of an arrogant thing to say. Anyway, like a really good artist, they will copy and paste, but you won't be able to tell. But really not great artists will copy and paste, and it's very apparent that they copied and pasted, and it looks really bad. I'm not going to call them out, but there are some books that I've seen that my kids have checked out before from the library where the artist copied and pasted, and it looks so bad. It looks like a copy and paste. Okay, boom, and then I just hide that. Oh, I didn't. It's really hard to write when it's so laggy. Boom. Okay. Okay, well, there it is, people. There's your 4-panel comic of Salamander climbing a beanstalk. Wait, let me do this. There's your 4-panel comic of Salamander climbing a beanstalk. See, there it is. And the second suggestion of grasshoppers and bugs attacking each other in the garden. So anyway, yeah. There it is. There's your comic on demand. Let me push this button. And then this button. Okay, hold on. Stop. Oh, hey, there it is. Haha. Anyway. Thanks for showing up, everybody. That's Comic on Demand. Hopefully I can get the camera working again. I just downloaded an update before streaming. So maybe that was a problem. I don't know. So maybe the update fixed it. Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet because I just barely updated it. But we'll see if that works. But anyway, thanks for showing up. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully.